What's up, bros and babes? It's me, Mystery, and the channel is being rebooted, with one of the biggest changes being my very own brand new username. My old username was Mystery Manbro, but what kind of name is that, you know? Like, what does that even mean? But anyways, as charming as that name once was, I will be donning a new moniker to align with my goals and content that I will be focusing on in the future. My new name is Mystery Maker, because I will be focusing on maker games. I'm not sure whether this is the official name for the genre, but I'm gonna say it is. And throughout this video, I'm going to define what games are maker games and what games kind of aren't, as well as why you should play them and why you should subscribe and like this video in preparation for all the hot maker content I have on the way. But first, story time. I started YouTube nearly a decade ago, and even then my third video ever was of Super Mario Maker. This game blew up on the internet, so I'm sure we're all familiar with it, and if not, you're probably familiar with its successor, Super Mario Maker 2, which released in 2019. At that time, I got into streaming, and the rest is history. I never was able to find my groove in making videos again for years after focusing on streaming so much, and it was a good time, but now I think I've cracked the code. I have tons of ideas for videos on a variety of games as both a maker and a creator. I'll save my plans for the end though. Let's talk about what kind of games I consider to be maker-y. Makery. Bakery? Hickory dickory? Anyways, obviously Super Mario Maker 1, 2, and the redheaded stepchild of the series 3DS version are all maker games that even says so in the title. And this also applies to some newer entries in the genre, Meet Your Maker and Super Dungeon Maker. All of these games allow you to make your very own levels as well as play levels made by other users. The balance between creating and playing is almost equal in these games, and I think that's the most integral aspect to qualifying it as a maker game, if it has that pristine balance. By using this logic, we can easily include games like Dreams on PS4, since even though you can make entire games with it, it's pretty clear that the experience is tailored for both sides of creating and viewing the content. Fall Guys has made its first steps in allowing players to make their own levels. While it's kind of hard to play other people's levels right now, nevertheless I think it still counts. And then there's tons of random games most people never knew had level editors, like League of Evil. It's not that good. Or Lego Indiana Jones 2, which is good. Very good. Maybe even my favorite, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. And on PC, there's a plethora of maker games made by fans and studios alike. You got the great fan game Super Mario Bros. X and Mega Man Maker that really open up the maker experience. Then there's official entries like with Portal 2 and heck, even Happy Wheels. I mean, think about it. Yeah, that's a maker game right there, for sure. However, I do not consider game engines or sandbox games to be maker games since they're not balanced between play and creation and probably won't cover them anytime soon, with the exclusion of the MVP Game of the Year every year, Minecraft. Although Bedrock Edition sucks, you still can't beat Minecraft. It's just, what can I say? It's the best. With all of that out of the way, why should anyone play these games, you may be wondering? Probably should have led with that, but anyways, personally I think this genre of game is just going to get more and more popular due to the pure infinity these games promise. Technically any of these, with online functionality, guarantee an almost endless stream of content for both those who like to make the levels and those who like to play them. You never know what you're going to get loading into the next level. And likewise, as a maker, new games are following a live service model that release new updates here and there to add more tools to your level building arsenal. And while this may sound like I'm being sponsored by this genre I just made up, I do admit there is still plenty of issues with user-generated content in these games, like the issue that Little Timmy, that just learned multiplication in school last week, doesn't know how to make a decent Mario level, but that's okay, because the control is always up to you. You decide when to make a level or when to play a level, and you can just stop altogether with no problem and come back when you feel those creative juices returning. These are some of the least predatory games out there. While us gamers are in an age of constant microtransactions and algorithmic matchmaking that more than often just makes gaming feel like another job to clock into. And yeah, making levels or entire games can be a lot of work, but the satisfaction that comes with publishing your work out to the world is one of a kind. So these games are definitely worth a try for anyone and everyone. Welp, was that a good first video? If not, don't worry, I got plenty more on the way, eventually, including but not limited to maker game reviews, viewer level reviews, tutorials, top 10s, and of course, plenty of live streams of both making levels and playing your levels. See the description to join my Discord, or go directly to the Google form to send me your creations. And with that, let's get to making, bros. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.